Per low-key, I already answered this question recently, like multiple times. Why are you asking it again? Seriously. It's a question I answered earlier this week on the podcast. It's something we talked about last night on the Truck Sim stream. Why am I going to say the same answer a third time in the same week? I mean, what's your problem? Aren't you watching every single piece of content that I put out to get caught up on these topics? Why not? You should be. If you're not, well, that's your fault. Go back and watch the rest of the week before you bother me with these inane questions that I've already answered. How dare you? You actually missed the Truck Sim stream? What are you, stupid? Go back and watch it right now. I love it.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
What's going on, everybody? This is the Pig Roach Gazette back again with another edition. So in this edition of the Pig Roach Gazette, you're going to hear DSP talk about how he hates history, that you should not learn from it, and that you should live in the spur of the moment. You're also going to hear him insult a viewer for asking him a simple question. So, without further ado, let's get into this edition of the Pig Roach Gazette, and I'll talk to you at the end of the video.
Have I played my Switch 2 at all in handheld mode? Not once. I seriously have never held it, besides launch day when we unboxed it and everything. I've never turned it on in handheld mode. Nope. Am I going to keep music on when I play Tony Hawk? So the good news is that the new Tony Hawk 3 and 4 collection has a streamer mode that has new music created specifically for people who want to stream and record the game that will not have issues on YouTube. So I'll be using streamer mode when I play it. We will not have the original soundtrack from the game, but there will be in-game music that was created just for this reason. So that's a good thing. T-Wad did a £2 super chat. Walter White wants his wardrobe back. You think Walter White wore clothes like this? Huh? No, he didn't. Did you actually watch Breaking Bad? He didn't wear anything like this. Have I ever thought about playing a game called The King is Watching? No, I don't know what that is. Never heard of it. Yes, I am playing Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater next month. End of next month, right? Very end of the month, I think. Per low-key, I already answered this question recently, like multiple times. Why are you asking it again? Seriously. It's a question I answered earlier this week on the podcast. It's something we talked about last night on the Truck Sim stream. Why am I going to say the same answer a third time in the same week? I mean, what's your problem? Aren't you watching every single piece of content that I put out to get caught up on these topics? Why not?
DSP, how do you know this individual doesn't have things going on in his life that prevents him from watching every single piece of content that you put out? You know, perhaps he has a job where he goes to work and then when he gets home, the only thing he wants to do is just relax, unwind, perhaps take a nap or sleep off the rest of the day. Or maybe he's married with children. Or perhaps he might be in the military, traveling overseas, or what. The point is, DSP, you don't know what he has going on in his life that prevents him from watching every single piece of content that you put out. The world does not rise and set on you.
You should be. If you're not, well, that's your fault. Go back and watch the rest of the week before you bother me with these inane questions that I've already answered. How dare you? You actually missed the Truck Sim stream? What are you, stupid? Go back and watch it right now. I love it.
Yes, Phil, that individual is so stupid. How dare he have a life outside of you and not watch every piece of content you put out?
Spawn Killer says you say you can't hit every goal possible, but then you get upset when you don't hit a goal. You're correct. The ultimate goal is to always be hitting the goal. Did you ever, okay, you know the philosophy of like a real estate agent or an insurance person, always, ABC, always be closing. That's the goal, is to always have a job or a work or a deal closing.
But DSP, you have none of those things. A real estate agent or an insurance broker has zero to do with you. And unlike you, they don't come online the majority of the time and beg people for money.
If you always have something closing, you're good. You understand? So the ultimate goal is to be hitting the goal every stream. Now, it's not possible. And everyone knows that, including me. That doesn't mean that that's not the goal. We want to hit the goal every single stream possible. It's just not always possible. But some days it's possible to have multiple goals. Other days we won't have any goals, right? But if I can get into the methodology that we're almost always hitting goals, then everything's great. You understand? Then I would much rather have it be it's the exception to the rule that we're not hitting the goal. You understand?
No, I don't understand, DSP, because there's a myriad of videos out there where every time you don't hit the goal, you whine, you bitch, you complain, you insult your viewers, you blame them because you didn't hit the goal for that particular week or that day or whatever the case might be. No, I don't understand what you're talking about because it makes no sense.
If it's normal to be hitting a support goal and the odd thing out is that we're not, that's good. That means I'm healthy. That means everything's safe. The business is good. I can afford stuff whenever I need it. I can get upgrades to equipment. I can afford clothes. I can afford food for my family. Everything is good. If it's the rarity that we hit the goal, that's bad. You see? You have to try to have it so that the idea is to always be being successful. In life, you can't always at 100% of the time be winning. There will always be times you can't win, and there's nothing you can do about that. But in general, you want to be winning when you can, right? There you go. But that's why we changed it. Remember, we had it on a streak system where the only time that we did rewards and celebrations was when we had a streak of support. But then every once in a while, the streak would end and it was disappointing, and it's not fair. That's not fair to the viewers and supporters that we had a one-off stream where, that's not right. So that's why we now have it as these cumulative counting up goals as opposed to, oh, it resets if we don't hit one. That's dumb. So that's why I think this works much better. We're having fun. We're doing DSP tries it frequently. We're doing marathons and having fun. We're having all kinds of good stuff go on. I'm able to afford things like on a whim. Hey, Phil, can you get this game? Sure, why not? Hey, can you get a wheel accessory that's like $300? Sure, let's do it. Why not? We can do all of that because you guys are awesome and you're supporting me because we're hitting goals frequently. Get it? The streak doesn't really make sense. The streak was great for like the couple months that it worked, but it was never going to continuously work that way. It wasn't realistic.
It wasn't realistic, but yet you kept right on doing it, DSP. As long as the money kept rolling in, you kept right on doing the unrealistic thing.
Do I like history? No. I absolutely hate history. I hate the fact that things happen and we have to remember that they happened and we talk about it after the fact. Everything should always be lived spur of the moment, not remembering anything from past experience, consistently remaking the same mistakes over and over, never learning from any of them. That's how I like it.
There's a statement that says that those that don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. I don't know the exact wording, but DSP, you prove that you embody that statement with your statement alone. You refuse to evolve, to grow, to adapt, to learn. And that shows us why you will be forever stuck at level 1.
Hate history. Oh, brother.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Forget about life outside of DSP. He expects you to watch every single piece of content that he puts out, and if you don't, then you're stupid. Also, he hates history. He refuses to learn from it, from his past mistakes. You need to live in the spur of the moment, not learning anything. And that's how he believes that life should be, which is the reason why he will always be stuck at level 1. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. This is the Pig Roach Gazette signing out, and you guys take care. and I'll see you in the next one.
Everything should always be lived spur of the moment, not remembering anything from past experience, consistently remaking the same mistakes over and over, never learning from any of them.